Hey, good evening, guys. Welcome to another episode of Randy's Rants. It is June 22nd, 9:48 p.m. I'm gonna do a quick little short one. Mondays, I'm not gonna lie, usually I'm fucking tired after working about what? I would say I worked almost 32 hours just in the weekend itself. Because it's 16 days, Saturday, 16, Sunday. So I usually get fucking tired, but you know what? Even if it's a quick little 20-minute episode, 15-minute episode, man, I gotta do it. You guys already know what I'm gonna tell you. Just just jump in, whatever it is, just keep doing what you're doing, you know? Not only that, but uh it's just been past few days have been a little crazy, man. Fucking woke up Friday for some reason. Friday fucking was not my day, neither was Saturday and so much Sunday. It was alright, but Friday, man, I woke up, I don't know exactly what the hell did I dream, but whatever I dreamed had literally me sad as shit on Friday. And I feel like it was the dream, but I don't know what the fuck I dreamed. All I know is when I woke up, I felt some sort of weird fucking sadness for some reason. You know, it was like this fear. And I really don't know where the fuck that came from. But it just came out of fucking nowhere. You know, but right now, felt the same thing today, but you just gotta push through it, man. No matter what feelings you got, man. You got whatever your fears or shit that comes up in your mind, because, you know, we don't control ourselves too much. You know, our body's its own machine, and because it's its own machine, it really just fucking kind of acts on itself, and it's up to you to figure it out what's wrong. You know, that's why that's why you guys always heard me say, your body's a machine. Learn how to listen to it. Learn how to what's wrong with it. Learn everything, because then in the end, it'll help you help your body out. Give it the proper nutrients. Give this. Maybe you find out that you need this, or you have anxiety, or you have some sort of weird genetic trait or something. You never know. But hey, just always try. I always say, just do your best to change the way you live. If you're living an unhealthy lifestyle, do those changes little by little. Do start 1 week, and then keep it the same for about 3 weeks. See how you feel. Then do another change. You know, for the first change, I always try to tell people is, you know what, cut off all juices, all sodas, anything but water. You know, coffee is different because, you know, most of it's water, but, you know, it's caffeine too, but that's another story. Go with water. Drink water as much as you can. Just chug as much water as you can. Only drink water. Breakfast, dinner, lunch, second dinner, third breakfast, brunch, second brunch, snack, and just keep pounding that water. Usually I drink anywhere from a gallon to 2. But it's usually also because I'm running, so I have to up my intake of water, you know. But that's one change, and then from there is just start maybe cutting out more sugars. Don't be so heavy on the sweets. Learn how to use other things more. Like I think in my last episode I mentioned stevia. That's a perfect way to start taking out the sweet. If you like chocolate, learn how to eat dark chocolate. You'll be surprised the health benefits that come from eating dark chocolate, because you don't have all that milk, you don't have all that dairy, and you don't have all that sugar. You just have cacao. You have cacao, and it's almost close to natural state, and the taste, it gets hard to get to it's hard to get used to the taste. I'm not gonna lie, it's not sweet. It's just very kind of bitter. But you start mixing that with some peanut butter or some almond butter, or even just starting it by itself to get used to it, you'll feel like that dark chocolate, especially if you eat it in the morning, you'll feel a difference. You know, you'll feel not how can I say, not as hype. You just feel normal, relaxed. Also, it can help with weight loss. If some of you guys are trying to lose some weight, it can definitely help with that. And what else do I was gonna say about dark chocolate? And after a while, man, dark chocolate starts to get fucking delicious as hell. It is. Man, especially you put that with peanut butter. Oh, fuck. There's this almond butter dark chocolate that they have at Target. I highly recommend. And if you guys are wondering, if you're watching this, what is that I have in my hand, this, my friend, is a cigar. I got this about like 4 or 5 batches ago, which is 5 or 6 months ago. This one is the Southern Draw Solideo Gloria Kudzu from Southern Draw. This, as you guys know, on my subscriptions, I get 4 brands, 2 of each, and each month it's always something different. This I've been saying for a while, and today I'm gonna spark it up right after this. Spark it up, walk my dog, really enjoy cigar, because I feel like this is I need to meditate on everything, you know. Especially when I smoke a cigar, that's one of my meditation tools that I use. A lot of people maybe like to drink this, they drink whatever, smoke weed. This one is for me. This one, because this one right here will at least take me anywhere from 40 to about an hour and a half to smoke. This is a Southern Draw. This is a box press, so it has that rectangular look at the end. But it's not like the like my other ones. This one at the end, they're usually open. This one, the wrapper leaf, has been completely closed. So I'm definitely looking forward to this. I'm putting it next to the camera right here. So just give me a moment. That's what I'll be smoking today. You know, and also, if you guys are wondering, yes, I'm drinking some red wine. This is actually from Ford Coppola. If you guys don't know Ford Coppola, he is the director of the Godfather films. Yes, he is. He has a winery here in California. If I'm not mistaken, the winery is about 30 minutes north of San Francisco. I may be wrong on that, so Google me on that. I'm going to have to Google it right after this episode so I can say it on the next one. But this one is actually, if I'm not mistaken, this is a Merlot. No, it's a Pinot Noir. Pinot Noir. It's a 2016 one. This one is probably so far one of my favorite red wines from Francis Coppola. I'm still buying more bottles. I'm still trying other brands too. So, but for now, this is definitely one of my favorite ones. I've had it for a while now. Usually it takes me a while for me to drink some of these wines, and the smell to it has just a great smell, unlike other wines. You don't get like that bitterness or stuff like that. Like this one really has it has a little bit of sweetness to it, but still it's still not as sweet. It's not like some of those other wines, you know. Like Moscatos are good. Don't get me wrong, but I'm gonna tell you this, man, those are too sweet for me, man. I cannot do those Moscatos. I feel like if you want to get diabetes, if you have a bad diet and you're drinking just pure Moscatos, man, yeah, you're gonna get diabetes in about 10 years. That's my opinion, though. Again, but it's someone went down the wrong throat. But it's a really good, great wine. For the price too, I think that one you can get at Target or liquor stores for about, I think, $13-12. So it's a really good, inexpensive wine. I highly recommend, especially for you gentlemen out there. You know, if you're gonna have a lady over, pop a bottle of red wine, or you can do Moscato, depending on them too. You know, you can't be selfish. You got to think of them. But guys, hope your guys' weekend was good. Mine, as you guys always know, it's always fucking busy. But you know what? It's good. You know, it can be worse. There's millions of people that are in worse situations than us. There's millions and millions of people who maybe can't access clean water like we do. Maybe can't have access to a computer. Can't have a little small setup of an office in a room and recording an episode of a podcast. A lot of people don't have that. So we all gotta be grateful for what we have. Some people don't have access to the little small things, especially for me, a cigar. Maybe some don't have food. There's always reasons to be grateful, and especially for me, especially when I woke up Friday. That's one thing that I noticed. Like, when usually that happens, it's usually always I kind of forget each day to always be thankful for a lot of things. Because sometimes as I drive, I'll just like talk to myself or talk to the world and be thankful for everything, for all the ups and downs, for the journey, for being alive, because others every day, there's someone taking the last breath. There's someone taking the last breath every minute, every hour, someone's taking the last breath. So we got a lot of reasons to be thankful for, and let's definitely try to be more thankful for everything. Be thankful for the people you meet. Be thankful. Tell them. I'm a person that, I'm gonna be honest, I can wear my how can you say, my emotions and my feelings on my sleeves. If I care about you, I'm gonna tell you. And not only what I probably say, oh, I care about. No, I ain't afraid to say I love you. That's me though, because I feel like. Now, that's like the best way to show some sort of appreciation. Not only appreciation, but that's the best form to actually show love. If you truly care about someone, if you truly, truly care and love them, just don't be afraid to say, yo, I love you. I'm glad I met you. I'm glad we've been able to have this friendship, or this, whatever you want to call it. Best friend, fam, this, Don't be afraid. I feel like too many people, we take life for granted. I always say at least once a year or every 6 months, text those people that are in your heart and tell them like, hey, I love you. Don't forget I fucking love you. Sure, we're all in our own lives, and sometimes we don't get to talk. We don't talk every day. We don't even talk every week. But hey, I haven't forgot, like, maybe all the stuff you did for me, or all the times you were there for me. Like, show some gratitude, and I feel like if we can show that more often, and really not be so uptight and so afraid to say what we want, what we feel, like, this earth can be better. Don't let rage, anger, frustration get to you. Don't let it blind you from the good, because there's so much good around you. You just gotta open your eyes and see it. Be grateful. Learn how to be more grateful. Like, I get, like, some of us go through like some tough times, or we go through like some sort of like that. So it's like we go through it, and we kind of forget to be grateful. We forget all this. We forget what everybody has done for us. We forget those who we met, and let's not forget that. Let's not let anger cloud our judgment. Let's not let anger cloud our emotions, our eyes. Let's truly be grateful for the good times and stuff like that. Let's truly be grateful for people you meet. Let's be grateful for the people you still have. Be grateful for what you have, for what others don't. Let's stop letting that ego get a hold of you. Stop letting fear stop letting fear of like that discussion get to you. Don't let fear say, oh, like, I wonder what this person is gonna say if I tell them this, or I wonder if, like, they're gonna see. No, like, just be real. Tell them you fucking love them, and they'll most likely tell it back to you. They'll show that gratitude, like, and that's one thing that I learned through these, especially these past few years. Really just working almost every day. Haven't gone out, haven't really done anything. But that's really one thing I learned is I can tell those that I love and care about. I can tell them, hey, I love you. Hey, this. Hey, don't forget this. Hey, I fucking love you, you dirty fucking bastard. It might not be the cleanest, but sometimes it depends your relationship with that person. Like my coach, Coach Danny. Shout out to Coach Danny. I fucking love that I fucking love that old motherfucker. I love that old dirty bastard. and I'll fucking tell him exactly like that. But that's our relationship. That's how usually I talk to him when I go to the gym, when we work out. That's how me and him get along. So that's how I show my love to him, and he knows I fucking love him. He fucking knows it, But let's all not forget to do that with others around us. Sometimes because the people we love sometimes don't see the way we see things, that it just starts to create a divide rather than bring people together. I feel like if you want to bring somebody closer to you, you got to make that effort. You got to be that first one. Show them a different way. Especially nowadays, there's always like a divide between the kids and the parents. Parents do this, but it's like they used to have that same divide with their parents, or and I feel like it's up to us to really break that chain, or try to break that stigma, that whatever you want to fucking call it, just break it. Who fucking gives a shit, dude? If they don't see your way, but if something were to happen to you, and let's say you have kids, your parents are most likely going to be the ones to step up to take care of that child when you're gone. That's one thing. That's one thing you got to ask yourself. When you surround yourself with people, you got to ask yourself this. If I had kids, or if I had this, if I were not here the next day, who will be the ones to really step up to the plate and really lend a hand to those that I left behind? Because if you ask yourself that question and you feel that more than half of the people probably wouldn't, then those are the ones you probably shouldn't be so close to. Those are the ones you just want as acquaintances, or just a friend, rather than a homie, a family friend, or someone who you consider family but is your friend, your best friend. Those are the ones who I feel you should always try to keep close to. The ones who, if something were to happen to you, they'll step up to the plate and be like, hey, something were to happen to you, I got your son, I got your daughter, I got your kids, I'm going to help them as much as I can while still doing this over here. But I ain't gonna let them starve. If I eat, they're eating too. Or at least that's also my opinion. I feel the ones that I want around me, those are the type I want. The ones who will step up to the plate. And usually for me, when I think of, especially when it comes to family, just in this aspect, this is why I will always try to take my family side over almost anything. Even if they're wrong, I'll let them know I'm wrong and all that, but I'm not going to break a relationship with them. I'm not going to do none of that, because in the end, I honestly do feel if something were to happen, they would be the ones to raise my kids when I have any. My son or my daughter or both, they will be the ones to really step up. Friends, very few friends will actually step up for that. Usually, it's always family. Because, the state always goes with family, most immediate family, And for me, that's why I feel like we should analyze more, I always say, for me, how I am as a person, I'm sensitive. I'm very emotional. I'm a very emotional guy. I wear my like I said, my emotion feelings on my sleeve when I meet people and stuff like that. So some people may say that weakness, but in reality, for me, I kind of see it as a strength. But it's a gift and a curse, because like that, I'm much more understanding with everybody. I understand everybody. Like, I try to see their point of view. I try to really get in touch with them, and I'm very considerate of others. Like, in any issue, like I've said before, like, I'm always going to be there for people, even if one day they did something bad to me in the past, or maybe this or that. I'm still going to try to be there for them, because what if my son or daughter were them? Would I want someone to turn their back on them if they did a mistake, or if they did something? To be honest, no. I wouldn't want to, especially if I'm not here. I wouldn't want them. I would want them to be surrounded by people if they did a mistake and they didn't talk to that person, but if they needed that person, they called and they were there. Those are the type of people I want around not only my kids but my family. So in turn, I have to be that same person. I have to send out that energy, even though sometimes it fucking kind of sucks, because then it's like very, like, sometimes very, like, I would say emotional. Sometimes, like, it can cause that sadness and cause that depression, because you really just sometimes don't want to see that person anymore. But because of the way I see it, it gives me a different perspective to the point where it's like, fuck. You know, it's like those are the times where I wish, fuck, man, I wish I didn't have my fucking beliefs, or I didn't have my fucking conscience. You know, that way I wouldn't fucking feel bad or fucking have a need to do that, to put out the energy. But as you begin to learn more, especially about this world, the earth, the universe, energy, and stuff like that, karma, as if you want to call it, whatever it is, you know, that perspective gets in your mind, and next you know, it just turns your world a whole 360 where you're different. And then it's hard to explain, especially for me. But I know it's like I say it's a fucking gift and a curse. But fuck, I can change it, but at the same time I can't change it, because I know my conscience. I know what it will do. It'll fucking really get at me. I remember this one time I was driving, and there's these I think it was a couple, I forgot what it was. Their car got stranded and they were pushing it. They're mid in the intersection. I passed, but before I was coming up, I was wondering to myself, okay, hey, should I pass? Should I stop? Should I do this? You know, at that moment I just passed, but my conscience at that moment was eating at me. It was like telling me, like, hey, you gotta go back. What are you doing? If those are your kids, you'd want someone to stop. You'd want someone to turn back. And I did turn back. You know, I helped them out. And I don't mean to blow my horn or stuff like that, because I personally, I don't like, if I do a good deed or if I do something, I really don't like to show it off. I don't want to show it off, because I don't believe in that. I feel like if you do something to show off, to show this, I feel that's not really being genuine. You don't need to show off. Even, you know, so some of you guys know that I'm not, I'm not, how can I say, church religion, not church religion, but I'm religious, but not, I don't go to church every Sunday. I have my own beliefs in God. I have my own way that I communicate with Him. And I've read the Bible and all that, and especially just reading other things. There was one that says, if you do good, no, it wasn't if you do good, it was actually Jesus when he was healing the sick, healing the blind. He'd always tell them, hey, what I just did for you, don't go around telling anybody. This just stays, all right? And of course they wouldn't. They would go say his name, and next thing his reputation started to proceed. But even in the Bible says, like, if you do good, do it in silence. You shouldn't, don't do something in order to be recognized, because then that is it's basically a corruption in the soul, because you're only doing it for attention. You're doing it for praise. If you do something good, you shouldn't do it for praise. You shouldn't do it to show off. You shouldn't do it to announce it to the world. You should keep that always to yourself. That's my point of view. Some people have a different thing. Some people, especially nowadays, it can be to bring awareness, which I dig that. But for me, it's like, if I want to do an awareness, I'd put somebody else. I don't want my image on the front page of that. I don't want my image there. I don't want my image to take away from what the actual awareness is. Like, don't take a picture of me. Don't do none of that. You know, and it's just how I see things, you know. And that's what makes me that's what, like, me myself, sometimes I have like this internal, it's like an internal battle between one side of me and the other side of me. One side of me wants to do this, the other wants to do this. The other, you know, is my conscience. If I do something, if I fuck up, I'll have to apologize no matter what. Even if I have to hunt that person down, I'll hunt that person down to apologize if I fucked up, you know. But again, you know, let's all be understanding and loving of one another, you know, because, you know, this earth is only one. We don't have another one. There probably is one out there, but we don't have one right now. Shit, we probably won't be able to get to one until another, like, fucking 100 years, 50 years, you know, until we have the abilities to travel light speed, like fucking Star Trek or maybe like Star Wars, because yeah, Star Trek is the warp or something like that, jump into warp. Star Wars, that's a lot like fuck, what is that thing called? Light year, go to Lightspeed or some shit like that. I can't remember right now. And I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I feel fucking embarrassed. I can't remember that. I'm embarrassed. You know. But I hope your guys' weekend was good. Hope your Monday is even better. Stay safe. Be safe. And guys, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Randy's Rants. I also have an email, randysrants1@gmail.com. Send me any questions, anything you want me, would you love to talk about, or whatever you want. Send it to me. Just don't send me no nudes, guys, unless you're ladies. That I'll accept. If you're a dude, don't send me that shit. I don't want to see balls and dick. I already got to look at my own. I got to look at mine at least multiple times in a day. I don't want to see that no more. All right? But any questions like that, definitely email me. My Instagram, Randy, triple spelled out, TRIPLE 20 at the end. So that's my Instagram, Randy triple 20. Also, Randy's Rant Snapchats. I always do. I do a little thing with Headliner. That's a cool little thing that goes into my episode, and it generates like 30-second clips or 60-second clips. And I also upload those on Instagram and on Snapchat. So go follow, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button on all platforms: Spotify, YouTube, Castbox, Apple Tunes, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what the fuck they call it, you know. But as always, guys, greatness is one at a time. Let's keep this fucking going. Let's take that negative shit out. Only positivity and love. And positivity, love, and understanding are the things we need. We don't need hatred. We don't need none of that shit. That is all we need. But love you guys. Greatness is one day at a time, and let's fucking get it, baby. Woo!